Number two, failing to disclose all assets and debts. Full financial disclosure is essential in divorce proceedings. Hiding assets or debts can lead to serious legal consequences. Be honest and thorough when providing financial information to your attorney and the court. Yeah, you do definitely want to disclose everything. I talked about this last week. We don't see that as an issue here. Mostly what people are doing is they're so amicable that they're asking me, Tim, do we even have to list our assets and debts? And I always tell people, look, I'm not the divorce police. I don't know what you guys have. I don't know what the court has, but here's the disclosure form, from the court that says, you're supposed to do this. But the other downside to that is the misunderstanding of community property. In another consultation I had today, for example, I said, is there any assets and debts, 401ks or pensions or anything like that? And he says, nothing together. And this is a common phrase I get. No, we don't have anything together. And I said, I understand, but are there any pensions or 401ks and so forth? He said, oh yeah, we both have 401k and this and that. So those are still community property assets. They're acquired during the marriage. The fact that you're contributing to them during the marriage makes them community property, regardless that they're not on the plan. I mean, the beneficiary, it doesn't count. That's not what we're talking about here. But the fact that it's just been acquired during the marriage. If you just Google, so I'm not giving you legal advice, California community property laws. There's plenty of blog posts out there written by attorneys that explain this. It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, I think most of ours is not people, and I know they're not people hiding assets. They're just saying, is it really necessary to list them? We're both aware of what we have. Do we need to put it on the settlement agreement? Like I said, not the divorce police, but I tell folks, look, you need to include what you want to see on your settlement agreement that you are going to sign, that your spouse is going to sign, that the judge is going to sign, and then thus become a court order. And so if there's any dispute 5, 10, 20 years down the road, maybe someone falls on hard times and says, you know what, we never did discuss the 401k because it's not on the settlement agreement, and they want to reopen the case. And there's probably a good likelihood that would happen because it doesn't say spouse is keeping 100% of it. It's just totally left blank and not addressed at all. Probably, I'm sure you could find an attorney who could get the case reopened and relitigate that and say, look, this wasn't addressed, and now we're going to address it 20 years later. So it'd be good to get that documented properly, I think.